Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Literarily Wasted. It is June, last week, Wednesday in June, which means it's time for our live book discussion. And tonight we are discussing The Hexologists by Josiah Bancroft. And that was my little Barbie commercial song. Hope that you liked it. On screen joining us is Marianne. Yay! Clap. And Dan. And Tim. The people clap in exactly the same way. They're very trained. And who do we have in the comment section? Let's say hi to Kristen, Brandy, Jennifer, Stacy, Missy. Hi. Cindy. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Anna, Kent, and Stacy. Says, nice song. That's the validation I needed. All right. And as more people join us, we'll say hi to them as well. Hi, Katie. So again, we're here to talk about The Hexologists. And we were talking a little bit before the live stream about the varying opinions that people had on this book, which I was completely blind to because I muted the Discord channel. So apparently you're going to have to catch me up on all the shenanigans that went on in there. But let's get into it and find out what we thought of it first. And y'all can chime in. General thoughts. Overall, high level, what did you think of this book? Let's start with, since this is Dan's book poll.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start with Dan.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. I wouldn't say I loved it. I liked it a lot. Enough to read the sequel, and if I like that anymore that he writes after that. Like we talked about when we did the poll, it's not technically steampunk because it's an imaginary world, but I felt like it did a good job of creating those steampunk vibes and having a steampunk language without leaning into all the usual tropes. Hey, there's an airship. Hey, automatons, hey, my umbrella is a weapon. We didn't get into all of that, which I liked. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't love it, but it was a 4-star for me. I enjoyed it from beginning to end.
4 stars pretty good. We got Jennifer saying, I liked it so much from the second book. Brandy said, I enjoyed it. Gave it 4 stars, just like you, Dan. Jeff did not love it. It was fine. The ending was too quick and abrupt for me. I'm going to put a pin in that one. We're going to come back to that assessment of the ending. Chris is going to be starting the sequel soon. Missy says, needs more Felavox. Felavox?
Of course.
Overall, liked it, but not enough to continue it. Tim, what did you think?
I really enjoyed it. It was very whimsical, very all the magic was there, a lot of twists and turns. Never knew what was happening, so it was not predictable. That was good.
Well, Becca says it was.
Timing of that was fantastic.
Game over.
Okay.
We're done.
It just cancels each other out. Cindy DNF'd it and apologized for it. That's okay. You don't have to apologize. Bobby says, full disclosure, I've not finished it. Only halfway. I got sucked into Murderbot. The lure of Murderbot was too much. I think the world was interesting and I loved the dragon. Marianne, what'd you think?
Overall, loved it. I tend to rate books on Goodreads either like not at all or 5 stars. So like my average rating is 5 because I either don't rate you at all. And my 5-star ratings tend to be, how did I feel the moment I like closed the book? So they're not like super well thought out. So the moment I closed this one, I was like, that was good. It was what I wanted in that moment. I agree with a lot of the different comments. I did feel like there was a lot of really cool, world building that we can talk about. There was a little bit of predictability, but I kind of loved it, and I loved the characters, and including Felavox. I don't know how we're pronouncing it.
How does the audio say it?
That's what I was saying.
I think Felavox. Okay.
Just
But but yeah. I realized, we sort of touched on this, that the three of us sort of really loved it. I don't know how you guys felt, Adam and Christy, about it. In a moment after microphones get
the cat just ripped out our headsets. So
I mean, why else do we have cats?
Good point.
Christy, what did you think about it?
I like this book. I felt like way too much happened in it, or maybe that it was too long, but I just felt like there was big thing after big thing after big thing. And then I actually went back through it today to like make a little summary for myself, because like I can't remember it all. And like there was a lot of also not big things. I don't know. It was a lot for what the story was. And I felt like it was too much. And I felt like I got jerked around too much, but I did like it. We'll talk about like the details of that. And I'm definitely going to read the next one. And I'm really glad to be in this world, and I want to read more.
So Jeff said right at the part he started to get interested, it was over. Bethany said, I like this. It was fun, even if I got confused during every action scene. And that's action scenes. So I like this book overall. I think like I can see what some people are saying about the story and stuff like that, but I thought it was fun to read. I think what kept me interested in the story were the characters, the main characters, and Warren. I really liked them, and I really liked their dynamic, and I think they were the glue for me that like made me want to keep reading. I wanted to see what happened to them. Nice to see a couple balance each other out and like each other without excessive spicy details.
Yeah.
And with the setup, with the way they are and their bag with the dragon and all of that stuff. I was telling Christy this earlier. I would watch this as a TV show.
Oh yeah.
If they made the Hexologists into a TV show and we had sort of like maybe serialized episodic adventures with these two characters, maybe with a little bit of serial flavor throughout, maybe a through line, but still sort of episodic. I would watch that. I think they're fun. I think that I enjoyed it for that. Like I felt like I was watching or reading maybe like a too long TV movie event to introduce the series at times. And where Jeff says that it ended too abruptly, I felt like it was Lord of the Rings Return of the King and had like 7 endings.
Well, because you even said at like 50%, he's like, well, they solved it. What are they gonna do now?
It's true.
There were twists for me there at the end that I didn't see coming, and I felt satisfied with the end. I really did.
Yeah.
I like the end. I agree that it felt like there were lots of endings that kept going.
I think for me, there were some twists that I didn't see coming and some twists that I did. I feel like they were trying to hide the thing that I was suspicious about the most, which, spoiler alert, was that it was the king's son after all.
Horace Almond.
It was like they made this whole to-do about it being Rudolph Atherton's son, and through the whole, and then at the end they were like, but it's the king. And I thought that the whole time. I was like, it's gonna be the king's son the whole time. It was a Scooby-Doo. But other twists about Princess Charlotte, I think maybe we all had a suspicion. Constance. Sorry.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was pretty confident about, and I'm not great at picking up on twists at all. Like I'm pretty terrible. But that one was the one that jumped out at me. I was like, it's her. Like she's she's the one. She's protecting her brother. Like yeah, that one. That was the only one that felt sort of obvious. The other ones I did not pick up on at all.
But as a mystery, I didn't feel. I think we read another mystery that felt like it was just so. Oh, it was the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle.
Okay.
It was just like so out of right field that you're like, well, there's no way I could play along with this. This one I felt like I could play along with for better or for worse. I don't know how y'all felt about that.
Agreed.
I will say the ending for me, maybe I land somewhere between you and Jeff because I didn't when she was like, I have somewhere to go, I didn't predict that she was headed back to that dude's house and was gonna go, you know, get all that information from the source of like I didn't see that kind of thing coming. I didn't sort of understand the thread there. Also, if I had been her there, I think I would have been like, and also, where's my dad? You know, like if you could get answers to questions and things. So there were some elements of it that I didn't quite follow, but overall, sort of like really enjoyed it.
Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally. Is
That's
in the-
really
is it Lord?
Who's Megan Mullally?
She's his real life wife, but
Uh,
also she was like in Will and Grace, and she was Tammy 1,
yeah.
Tammy 2 or
Got
whatever,
it.
and
yeah,
Tammy
Tammy
too.
too.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah, War was my favorite by far character in this book. He was wonderful.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was, and he was just he was.
He's fine.
She was Cat's just staring into Christie's drink. He was like the support, you know, he was support for her, and but he had where his strengths were one, cooking, and two, like charisma, and like
But so I was rereading it today, well, skimming through, and it said that like before he got into a relationship with her, he would basically follow around the first person who was nice to him, and it got him into a lot of trouble. So like anybody who showed him any sort of kindness, he would just like latch on and be best friends with, which I feel like seeing him through this book, I absolutely get that. And I love that. And I also love that like he's not a violent person now, but he used to be.
oh yeah, that we got that late, I think.
Yeah. But I really appreciated that. And I really appreciated just everything with him. He's just such an interesting character.
Yeah, that was really just that one scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't, it wasn't fleshed out. We just got a taste that there's something there
Yeah,
that,
a little depth to his character.
And he's like reformed now.
Yeah, he just like roughed up that one guy, and he was like,
Mhm.
sometimes I miss it. Sometimes I get a taste of my fists want to kiss somebody's lips. And,
and the way she reacted, the way she responded was very out of character for her. Like she just became right into supportive wife. Okay, nothing else matters. This is what it was, a really cool shift for her, pulling him out of it.
Yeah, they sort of switched roles, I guess, in that
Mm-hmm.
instance.
Yeah.
Their support of each other, and like, I mean, is it sad that it's so unique to see that in literature? Like
Yeah.
normally it's something tumultuous, or like you mentioned, Dan, the like will they or won't they tropes that are out there, or like the grumpy old man,
Yes.
and it was so nice. Like it wasn't boring to read about their dynamic. It was really lovely.
Yeah.
I love that we didn't see them meeting and falling in love.
Yeah.
Like we get them at their prime when
Yeah.
their relationship has
Yeah.
been established and it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was one of my favorite parts of the book, is just their relationship in general.
and it's kind of fun what you can do when all that stuff's out of the way.
Yeah. You can focus on
Yes.
everything else.
Well,
And-
then it could focus on the like crazy world building. Like Jeff mentioned, the like trip to the netherworld, like the things they even just mentioned offhand. Like I think there's one scene where she talks about listening to echoes that have been bouncing around the alley for like decades or whatever, and I was like, that's a neat thought, that those sound waves, and they didn't even follow that. So it's almost like he had so many interesting ideas. He tried to pack them all into this book, so there's all these different scenes and situations. And maybe that's why it felt like it was too much, Christy, for that reason. But I found some of them at least brand new to me. Like the netherworld trip was really interesting.
Diving through shadows.
Yeah. That's
Yes, that was wild.
I had to Google image a couple of the creatures, be like, what am I supposed to be picturing here?
What is this?
Yeah.
My brain.
I
just
love
kinda
the
filled in.
chaos though.
And I think it was fun too to see that, and going along with their relationship. like I think it's refreshing not to have that kind of typical tropey moment of even when they're doing well, like you have a moment where like they betrayed one another, or like like they're at odds and they have to kind of win back the trust or something like that. It's like they trusted each other so implicitly to when she was like, it was one point where he's like, did you make bad decisions? And she was like, yes. He's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got
it's
you.
said in the book that they just don't keep secrets. That's just part of their relationship.
Well, they do, and when they do, it like festers, and it's like this
Mhm.
burden. Because she did keep a secret from him, which was about
Obelus?
Obelus, the
I agree
wizard
with
guy
that.
who.
Oh yeah.
I agree with Carrie here, who
Mhm.
says that she didn't read it as a mystery novel. And I didn't either. I didn't try and figure it out.
Oh,
I
okay.
was just along for the adventure. And so I got shocked every twist and turn. And that's what I really liked about the book.
Oh, that's good. I don't. How many? I'm curious to know who did read it as a mystery novel and who read it like Tim, who just kind of let the adventure wash over them. I'm kind of jealous that you had that experience, because like I'm sitting here trying to be like, okay, this is what I think. Let's see if it's right.
I think I did both, but I was majority adventure.
You're
Yeah,
just
I'm
looking-
both, but I don't try to solve mysteries when I read them. I don't read a lot of mysteries, but when I do, I know the point is to try to solve it. But I think I never feel like I'm smart enough, so I don't really try. So I was reading it as a mystery, but enjoying it for the adventure,
Yeah, I'm
but
terrible.
not trying to solve.
I'm terrible at solving them. Terrible. Like Agatha Christie, I can reread Agatha Christie's and not remember like who it is. And so like, yeah, no, I'm
Did she change it since the last time I read it?
There's 10 different versions of "And Then There Were None."
it's like Clue. There's like several
Yes.
endings. Choose your own adventure, and then there were none.
Jeff says it reminds him of the Warrens from the Conjuring films. The what's that? The Annabelle and all that stuff.
Oh, I don't know this.
They're the husband and wife, like paranormal investigators,
Ah.
and that they like do the Annabelle, the doll thing, and all that stuff. I can see that too, with a little hint of magic. Not a hint, strong beat you over the head with magic. So yeah, I was trying to kind of stay with them and try to, I wasn't trying to necessarily solve it, but I had an idea in my head. Like when you kind of knew what the setup is and you kind of know what the question is. I'm like, this is my answer to that. And I was part of it. Jeff said he enjoyed the horror moments. You don't see that a lot in this kind of book. There was one particular moment for me that was just such a wonderful sequence, and that was the netherworld, like going through the grave of Jess.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me was like that. I think that was my favorite part of the book. Because I think just in that one section you had everything. You had a little bit of everything. And I think it's also the first time that I felt like the stakes were high, or that they were in danger. Because I think before that part, they would come across stuff and she would draw a hex, and they kind of seemed to have the answers, but and they seemed to kind of be in control. And for me, going into the netherworld was like the first time where we kind of saw them lose control, and we saw her almost lose Warren.
Yeah,
and
he had to recover.
And we had to deal with the fallout from that.
Yeah.
So I thought the netherworld sequence was amazing.
Yeah, I will say, like right after that, they get Warren home, and then Warren's dad drops everything and comes to take care of him and Belavox, and I thought that was just so sweet. I mean, obviously, like Warren gets it from somewhere, but like, I love that.
Yeah, and that's all we saw of Warren's dad too.
Mhm.
Like he wasn't like a major character. She was just like, I got to go do something, and Warren's dad's like, I am there.
Yeah,
So-
even in that part, she was like, now if I were the one that was hurt, he would be by my side and wouldn't leave, but I gotta go. You know, like she was
Yeah.
like, I gotta go get this done. He'll understand, you know.
So that to me was probably my favorite part of the book, and like I could just read that as a short story, really.
Oh,
And that's when I started. Oh yeah, this would be a good TV episode. This would be good.
it was really cool from just sort of like an imaginative like world way, but it was also interesting to think about like they got to sort of design that aspect so that people could find them or, you know, lead them somewhere. Like that was really interesting. So everybody's sort of netherworld diorama would be
Yeah.
different, you know.
Kind of like a memory warehouse,
Yeah.
a little bit. But
Mm.
she and,
Well,
and
even with the creatures that are like eating away at the memories,
oh, that was terrifying. Where they got to
Yeah.
the alley and it was just like
just
In-
little flickers of pieces. of
indistinguishable.
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Uh,
talking about the fight specifically. She's like, there was a foot here until he moved, and then there was a part of a hand that like clearly was being punched, and really fascinating.
Yeah,
Very.
I just loved that sequence. Made the book for me. I'll gush about that all day, but and the fact that there was that like one like, what is this? What happened here?
Yeah.
And
I do like that we got like different versions of that. We got like the memories that have been eaten away, and then we got the midwife's version of it that was
it
clearly
was implanted.
spoiler. And then we get like the truth from the gargoyle's perspective, which that whole thing was so fascinating to me. I loved that.
The gargoyle thing that came out of
Yeah.
nowhere too. That was like that to me was like came out in the ending when there was like a bunch of endings, and I was like, he's just got like a post-it note with a bunch of like, I could do this. And he was like, oh, I need to throw all these in the end of the book.
Yeah. I'm not sure that it needed all the pieces, and I'm not sure it even needed that piece, but I loved it. I thought it was such a cool idea.
It was.
And the fact that she like sold a year of her afterlife to like be a gargoyle watching. Like, that's
To just be like,
that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when they ask the other dude, like, how many years do you owe me? And he's like, 86 or whatever he said. Like,
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, I mean, you sit there thinking like you could see where, you know, even just like spending money or gambling or anything. Well, just one more. You could see how.
Mhm.
I hope we go back to that. That like,
and he had a history of gambling, or like we found him gambling. Like
Yeah,
he
but-
wasn't gambling to win;
yeah.
he was gambling to lose.
right.
Yeah.
That's
That was, I had a hard time following his whole thing. Like that whole aspect of it. Like, I understand they had a past and everything, but why she was going to him other than, I guess, his knowledge of there being somebody out there that's a wizard
Well,
/
I think
Yeah.
the first time she went to him was specifically to find out if he is the one who sent
The mandrake.
and
Okay.
the birds.
Okay.
Carol, love this book. Yeah, we'll go into that more. Hi, Carol. Yeah, the author was clearly setting up all kind of plot threads for future books, and again, this is why I think it would be a great series, is because there are so many great recurring secondary characters.
Mhm.
There's the Gore. It was his name, Gare or Gore or whatever. The
imp or
elf,
whatever?
the thing that like
Old
was in
Geb.
that.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, Geb.
I forgot all
Geb.
about that.
Geb.
That's why
Yeah.
I have the notes.
Geb is a great recurring character, and how grotesque is that?
Oh my gosh,
That
that was scary.
Right
Yeah.
out in public too. Like,
Yeah. You've got him. You've got the gargoyle. You've got
Obelus.
Obelos. All these sort of like helper characters that could be
And they set up for Mr. Snag, which we're definitely going to see more of. in
Mr.
future
Snag
books.
or Detective or Officer Snag or whatever.
No,
Mhm.
Mr.
Mhm.
Snag is the one, is Professor Wilby's mysterious benefactor.
Oh, her dad's benefactor.
Yes.
Who was the
The-
police officer? It's
I
like
don't- I didn't write him
Smud.
down.
Smud.
Or
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
think, yeah.
You got my
Yeah.
4-letter S word.
Let's see.
I also really
Snagging.
liked her mom.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
librarian. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
library. Yeah.
The beginning of it where she first goes to see her and somebody's talking in the library and she gets like a dart gun or something out to
Yeah.
the book. I lost it. I was like, oh my God, what I wouldn't give to have something like that.
Yeah. So many. What a great supporting cast.
Well, and we have the journalist.
The journal Magnuson.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I just Googled Brandy's question. There is an announced book 3, but
Woo!
beyond that, I'm not sure.
There's the journalist I thought was going to be in there more because he seemed like more of a foil for Iz. Like she clearly couldn't stand him. at
He's
all.
the Trent Krim of
Trent Krim,
Ted Lasso reference.
Oh, I was like, I don't get that
Independent.
reference. I haven't seen Ted.
Yeah, me
I've seen
neither.
Ted Lasso, and thank you for saying Ted Lasso out loud.
Trent Krim, the Independent. But yeah, it's such a great supporting cast of characters that you could easily make this into a TV show.
And like that's one of the reasons I'm most excited to read the second book is they've introduced so many like threads and like set up so many different things. Like I know the second book's probably I feel like it's going to be stronger than the first book for me.
And I don't know spoilers, but I feel like you're probably going to get a new adventure. I mean, you're definitely not going to get this case.
Well,
You may get Constance,
they
more
already
Constance, but
started a second case.
yeah,
There's,
well,
like,
it
a
was
giant
like
horse.
yeah, it was just a it was the end of
And
the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, and that's not. I don't think that's what the second
From
book's
the
gonna be
90s.
about. But
Yeah, the synopsis is different.
See, I think it's
Ooh.
great. Just the way the TV show needs to be. Is maybe you got some through lines, but you get each episode, you get a new case, a new adventure. I'd watch this.
Yeah.
I'd watch the heck out of this.
Well, yeah, agreed. And what I like about it, there's some books you read where you can kind of tell the author really hopes someone will make a movie out of the book. Like there's clear chase scenes and there's clear big climactic battle. It's like, okay, just write a book. And if it's good, maybe someone will make a movie. This one, I don't get that feeling,
Yeah.
but there's so much visual about it. Like these things that we can't fully picture in our minds that would really crystallize really cool on screen.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah. And I also think that he did, in my opinion, and I was curious about what everybody thinks about this because there was some talk on the Discord about purple prose, which was a phrase I had not heard before. And then Googled and realized it's been around since the 1st century BC and didn't know that. But I thought it didn't feel like overly descriptive prose. I thought it was like really inventive descriptions, like ones that jumped out to me and that I would like post on the Discord. Like instead of talking about how the sky is hazy at nighttime, he called it a cataractus moon, or talked about the light sieved through tree leaves or whatever. And I was just like, that's beautiful. I get what he's saying with like just 2 words,
There were times where I appreciated that and times where I'm like, I don't know what that word is, and I'm not even going to try. There were a lot of...
I probably just sailed over those and didn't.
Yeah, there was a lot of vocabulary in this book.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. But
there was one that I cackled and I was like, now this is a little obscure, buddy. He where did I write it down? Hypoxic cheer of a mountaineer. So like somebody who's not getting enough oxygen is hypoxic. And so like I don't remember, I just wrote down that one phrase. I don't remember what it was in reference to.
Is it like a euphoria? It's like a hypoxic euphoria or something?
Yeah, the hypoxic cheer of a mountaineer. I was like, I don't know. It hit me right, I guess.
Going back to the you reminded me of like the way that those beings kill you in the netherworld is that they make you just so content.
They suck out 100% of your misery.
Yeah, you're just like so happy. You die happy, basically.
Yeah.
And that's insane.
It's terrifying.
Right? I mean, is it? I mean, if
I was going to go, it's very inventive.
Probably how I want it. But yeah, A lot of inventive concepts in this, but to Dan's point about like I kind of feel like maybe he's hoping for some sort of transmedia deal here, but it was paced a lot like an action movie where like you just go from set piece to set piece with a little bit of reflection in the middle. It's a transition time, and then it's like a James Bond movie, right? So like you got an action sequence, and they have to like come down from that. You move to another action sequence, and this moved along in the same way, where I was like, all right, here we go, stuff's happening. I was grateful for the amount of set pieces that there were. I think not everybody was.
Yeah, I thought it was too much.
Too much. So just talk sometimes.
I just love the chaos. I liked that. It's like, okay, settle down. Something else is gonna. It's just, and even just if you read the back of the book, it sounds that way. Like that's what drew it to me. Like I was like, this just sounds like utter chaos, and it was. And I like that. But that would even out better in the form of what you're saying, like a serialized show. One of those crazy events could be an episode. So if you read it episodically. Maybe it's a little less inundating.
That's true. And I did feel like, I mean, we alluded to this earlier I said it, but we didn't really talk about it. But how I felt like there was too much ending. And I get that, bless you. Like I said, they solved the case like 50% of they solved the case 50% of the way through the book. Which, I was expecting, because I knew kind of how far I was in the book. I was like, well, it's not going to be the end.
Yeah.
But I had no idea where it was going to go. And like, there was a considerable amount of like, we forgot about the case and like nothing, like we started to move on with our lives. And then like, it got picked back up again. Mm-hmm. That to me is kind of where the pacing fell off a little bit, and then we picked it back up, and then they solved it.
I thought it was a really interesting choice that they figured out who the orphans, I guess Henry's dad was, but of course they figured it out wrong. And then Henry dies, and then they figure out who his actual dad was. And I thought that was really interesting that he's like not around to even know about it.
Yeah, Henry dies because a dragon ate his arm.
Well, because he was trying to steal the brush.
Yeah.
But also, I had forgotten about this until I skimmed it today, but they completely took care of Henry's funeral stuff.
They did.
Like, they are the ones who did the funeral. They like paid for everything. They had him buried with his mother, and like, I already love them. And then they did that, and after like someone who's like actively trying to kill them. It's so sweet.
Yeah, they felt sorry for him.
Yeah.
And his dad
had a really awful life.
His dad, Victor Chalamet.
His dad.
Yeah, how do we say that? How do we say it?
Chalamet.
Victor.
That's kind of how I said it in my head as I was reading it.
Yeah. Let me look at it.
Yeah, it's
Victor
a lot of letters.
Cholmondeley.
That's what I said every time. Is that correct? Cholmondeley?
Cholmondeley.
That's the way I read it.
I'm not positive.
I just heard sounds. I was like, Victor Cholmondeley.
Yeah, but and that's something we haven't even talked about is his whole orphan program.
Dick. Yeah. What a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the most interesting part of that, a really good, I guess, example of how those kids lived was breakfast time when Emma was talking about, like, those are the memories she had the most, where they're all sitting with their backs to the wall while he's eating breakfast, facing them in the window and watching like the beautiful sunrise, and they weren't even allowed to look around and see it.
Yeah. That just as like the whole thing was an experiment.
Mm-hmm.
What a jerk. And then to find out that he's having some sort of fling with the princess.
Oh yeah, but she doesn't play when you make her mad.
No, she does not. She put fire in his lungs through a cigar.
Speaking of that, Bethany's comment about the spores. So there was a little bit of reality there, right? Like not the going after fire or whatever, but there's those weird fungi that get into like insects and stuff and force them to climb up trees to get high up, and then the little fruiting body goes. It's in Planet Earth, and David Attenborough narrates it, and it's terrifying. And it's what I thought about when they were talking about the fungal spores, sort of like forcing them to head for fire or the oven or something warm, I guess.
That's interesting. That's like based on that.
I mean, like there is a real things where that can happen, and it's very creepy.
I mean, that's how it was. The king wanted to be a cake is because he was drawn to the fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which I did not pick up on at all.
I love that reveal.
Yeah.
I also
was
loved how she hexed it out of him too. Like Princess Constance wasn't able to do anything, even though she's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, that didn't make her happy. She got bested by old Iz. Jay didn't have issues with the name. Hi, Jay.
So we were talking about the chaos earlier, and I think a really good example of that is when they go to Victor's party, and it's like the end of chapter 19. And just to prepare you, I expect this evening will be a disaster. And then chapter 20 starts 3 hours later when she's on the conveyor belt, and like there's a spider and things are happening, and she's going to her death. And it's like, what did this book just skip like 30 pages? Yeah.
It did my back.
And then it goes back, but I thought that was
I liked that device a lot. I was
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And the concept of the entobarus, how they get the fuel for the cars and stuff and the lights, the electro hall or whatever, is that they have these factories where they open the portal to hell and then like send in wood and it comes out fuel or something like that. But they have to have people there to like hold back the hell beasts. What?
Industrialism, man. It's just
Is that a metaphor?
yeah.
I think that's an OSHA violation.
Weren't they pouring like molten lead on anything that got through or whatever? Like it was pretty extreme.
Yeah, OSHA's like, it's cool as long as you just keep the beasties at bay. But like when she was on that conveyor belt and there was a spider there, like looking through it, they were like holding it back, and I guess they closed the portal when she disrupted everything and it cut the spider's legs off or something. But that whole concept of like and the way Victor learned braid magic to be able to. Did he learn the magic or was Constance?
Remind me what braid magic is.
That's where she taught him how to do it, where he would tie the stuff around things to make them expand.
Yeah, it made him bigger so that he could have.
Oh yeah.
He was like the only person to like figure it out, and that's how he was able to make all his money. Is that he like kind of had monopoly on making this power source, I guess. Yeah, I mean. And I think they even said something about in the book about how like it was a whole big issue. They were like, I don't know, should we do this? And then people realized they could have lights and cars and stuff. They're like, yeah, it's worth it. Whatever, it's fine. But what they call it, the entobarus or whatever, because that's where the mandrake was from, wasn't it?
I know that's where the spores were from, like the in between.
Was the mandrake also not from that?
I don't think so, but he was
The mandrake was braid magic.
Was he?
I feel like they used the braid magic to make the mandrake huge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. But he had the spores in him.
He had the spores in him, which made him go towards the fire.
Yeah. and
Oh yeah, right.
and Warren like cut him with his sword, like cut him open basically.
How'd y'all
That's
feel
when they saw
about
the spores.
that? I mean, we open on a very kind of like classic, like Sherlock Holmesian, like
The
I've
cave
come to
one.
hire you for this thing, and all of a sudden there's a big old creature that knocks down their door at the end of the first chapter. I was like, oh,
The first chapter was wild because they had that, but also like the introduction that the king wants to be a cake. That's crazy.
Mhm.
yes, yes, and I think they thought so. They were like,
It's silly, but I also love how upset Warren was about the carpet later on in the book when they were finally having to get it replaced.
Yeah.
From
Really
all
ties-
of that.
really ties the room.
She
together.
didn't even like the carpet, right? Didn't that come out that he wasn't even really a fan of the carpet to begin with?
He was just used to it.
It's just the
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The history of it.
Yeah.
The carp snow, disgusting. Yeah, Bobby, you're right. You should definitely bring that up. And it doesn't seem like it ever stopped. Although there was like one beautiful day or something that they had that she said that Warren would insist that they like go out and enjoy when the days like this. But a lot of carp snow. They're like always brushing the carp dust off of everything, which sounds awful. Granddad, what a cool bag! What a cool thing!
Yeah.
It's like the TARDIS, but like
and their dragon knows it better than they do. Like,
yeah,
he knows where everything is.
Yeah. He's been in the
I'm not
book for,
surprised.
8 years.
I was reading the book and like, okay, everyone's gonna love the dragon because everyone in the group always loves, oh my goodness, she's in South Carolina.
your wife says hi.
I see that. Yeah, they're at summer camp. They're not here.
Hi, Susan.
I was like, oh yeah, everyone loves the animal characters. They're gonna love the dragon, even if they don't like the book. But what I love is the dragon's not a cutesy character. Like,
No,
dragon
he's
will
not
eat.
Slimer.
He's a dragon. So
He's
I
not
kinda like
Godzuki.
that. I did like the
Anybody?
whole fake feeding him in the kitchen scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's not cutesy, but the like, how's this? And he's like revelatory. Like it was that was brilliant.
Yeah.
He got a taste for the finer things, for sure.
He did.
Yeah, the dragon was great. What a great! I wouldn't call him I guess he's a side character. I think he's part of the main trio.
I think so too. And like he even helped Iz when she found the spider in the chimney.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was looking through like the book and trying to help her figure out things. But I thought that was really great too. And I think he'll probably be a huge part of like their future.
Yeah, it feels like
yeah.
it's a trio. Like they're a trio, not just a.
So I wonder if he ever comes out of the bag. Maybe in the third book.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that too. The bag concept was another cool sort of like Mary Poppins bag world building kind of.
So
idea.
here's my question. What does it look like when somebody reaches into the bag? Is their arm huge, or like is it so small and like kind of travels around and like because like they pull out the things and it's scale to their hands, but the place is so vast, but they clearly like don't disappear fully when they reach their arm into the bag. I got fixated for on that.
It's a really good question, actually.
And like I feel like I missed a whole half a chapter because I was like,
No, it's
like,
definitely not explained. It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
And
because like when the dragon
it's
eats
like
the
the
arm,
dragon really couldn't fit through there.
yeah,
Yeah.
Is the impression I got. It's like,
yeah, I also got that. Really, he's kind of stuck in there.
Well, Iz went through there, so I mean,
She did. She went into the bag.
I don't know what the dimensions of the bag are on the outside.
Jeff, I know it's magic.
oh my gosh, really?
Even with magic, there are rules. I just want to know. I just want to know what it looks like. I want to know, like, if I stick my arm in the bag and it's the size. I mean, clearly, I think when they're in the bag, they can see the opening. How big is it? Is it,
That's
is it
a
like,
great question.
is it like little opening?
Maybe you'll find out in book 2.
Maybe I'll find out when they make it a TV show. I mean,
Yeah, then we'll know how to imagine it. Yeah.
So there's a magical hoop that the dragon chases around. So as they move their arm through the bag, the hoop moves.
Oh, I like that.
The bag is a portal. Yeah.
I mean, is it possible the bag just opens where it needs to be opened, so that maybe
yeah,
the portal moves around?
That's what Brandy said.
I think it's
Yeah, that's
got
what I
to.
got.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
This is helpful. This is all very helpful. There's part of me that like pictures like a giant opening in the sky, and like this giant hand comes through.
So Tiffany's
The dragon was an egg.
Yeah.
It was an egg in the bag. He found an egg. He put it in the bag, and then it hatched.
but he had brothers and sisters, and
he ate them all.
So I don't know if it was like a clutch of eggs. Or
Yeah, there was a
what.
bunch of eggs, and he ate them in egg form. He was the first to hatch, and he
Yeah.
ate them
Oh, yeah.
while they were
Ooh,
still
eggs.
Because he was like, it's better that way. Because what if you had to like grow up with them and then decide to eat them? That's worse.
Good point.
What?
It's valid.
Yeah.
What is the goat eating?
The infinite goat.
Yep.
I don't know if the goat has time to eat.
Well, it didn't before Warren started cooking for the dragon.
But now I guess maybe the goat eats leftovers. I don't know. It's infinite. It's magic.
Oh, thanks.
He has Thor's goat. But yeah, the dragon just ate the arm off, and I guess their lucky is in Warren that their arms are so recognizable, because the dragon was quick to snap at intruding hands.
Yeah.
He did not hesitate.
He did not.
That's honestly, that's kind of when the dragon won me over. That's when I was like, okay, we're not just dealing with a cutesy animal companion here.
Yeah, I love the dragon. He had so much personality, and he's such a good part of the team. And I love the team. And I love a good team, Ghostbusters.
Brandy asked, "How big is this dragon?" He ate all of Darlington, so
He's a big dragon.
he's significant.
But I love that they don't even know what all's in the bag.
Yeah.
And I think were this a TV show, and I think this will probably be true for the books. Your through line is his father.
Yeah.
Like I think that's your overarching like.
I loved the flashbacks of when they found out that he was dead, and like the descriptions and how like his mom was like, "You're wrong," and still had hope. And then like when they like finally realized that maybe he's right. I really enjoy those pieces of like her past and just how she's like her and her family look at things.
The hourglass stopped.
Yeah.
But did it? Because there's that one scene where she's like, was that grain of sand always there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
I did too until right now. Yep.
There's your through line. What a setup for a TV show. Josiah, if you didn't mean to, you did it. If you did mean to, good job.
Yeah.
I expect this to be on Apple TV Plus next year. And if you need someone to play Warren, it's probably not me.
It could be.
It could be. I'll grow a mustache. Well, Warren was a big guy. Warren's like a big.
He was a big guy, yeah. Which isn't how I pictured him, but every once in a while, the narrator reminds you that he's a really big guy.
Yeah,
with a big mustache.
Yeah, like I picture him like a rugby player, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just for me.
Yeah.
I picture kind of just a big beefy man. No, he's not Hugh Howey.
Well, also
Who is?
we have this picture. So this is
Yeah.
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 although I did not think Iz looked like this at all.
Yeah, that's not really how I pictured her.
I'm not sure how I pictured her. Not that. But I don't really know how I
have a hard time reading a book about a British protagonist and not picturing Jenna Coleman. I don't know. Like she comes out in my mind for every character like this.
I didn't see. She was in Doctor Who. I don't know if you'd know her.
Yeah.
I didn't picture Jenna Coleman.
How dare you not picture the exact same person I pictured without telling you?
I mean, I'm picturing her now because we're talking about her. But I don't know, who would I picture as Izzy? I don't know. Isadora.
I like just Jenna
No,
Coleman.
what's her name? Isolde.
Isolde.
Yeah, I didn't picture Jenna Coleman. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you on my casting. I feel like
We could probably cast the whole book with the cast of Downton Abbey, honestly.
I think the Nick Offerman, Megan Mullally. I think Nick Offerman is a great choice for Warren. Although I think Warren needs to be a little bit more like jovial.
Yeah.
I don't know if Nick Offerman
can pull off jovial.
I mean, based on like what we've seen him in Parks and Rec and Devs, and
Clearly you didn't see the Parks and Rec where he got the iPod.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're almost the other couple.
This is a fine triangle, or this is an excellent triangle.
I don't know everybody's names in Parks and Rec, but the other couple, the Nick Offerman's like assistant girl and her boyfriend.
April and Andy.
Yeah, April and Andy.
April and Andy are the best.
Yeah, I can see April and Andy. I mean,
it's kind of that dynamic, like super sweet, love each other.
Yeah, if Andy wasn't so stupid, or
right? Yeah.
But I mean, he could. I guess I'm sure he could pull off jovial, but yeah, I don't know. I want to see this as a TV show. What else have we talked about? I've decided that I do. What else? I mean, you got all your. There's a whole bunch of set pieces. I feel like we're missing stuff. We've got the Netherworld. We got the shadow swimming.
The birds was interesting.
The bird spies.
I loved that she could only each bird could only do like one word or part of a word. She had to have a whole thought. That's so interesting, and I love that.
How annoying would that be?
It's really annoying, but it's also so smart.
I mean, what if it's only
one?
The
more
bird?
We talk about all these different elements, the more I'm convinced that it's better for having so much going on, like all these different things. It's like this big tapestry. I like the chaos. I really do.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about the anti-royalists.
Anti-royalists.
That's when.
Oh, the people who kidnapped.
So it is bled into the bag. And then
that was early, man. I forgot about that.
Well, got tied up then made friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
It was really great.
I love that.
Yeah, he's so good.
I love Warren's rolling a 20 in charisma every time.
Oh yeah.
Like when they go to the party, Warren just has a way of just like he's got the gift of gab.
I thought it was interesting at the party. So we see Iz's perspective all the way through until they get home, and then Warren's like, "Oh yeah, while you were doing all of that, I talked to the housekeeper, and she gave me Emma's address, who's one of the orphans."
And I love that he actually contributed to the investigation. That he wasn't just like supporting. I love that Iz was like in control and was like the main investigator and kind of the Sherlock Holmes of it all. But like that Warren did like there's a reason why they two are the hexologists, even though he doesn't do the hexing part. Which is a great dynamic. There was a big fight scene with the wizard and the other thing. The Senta thing, yeah.
Oh yeah.
on the dilapidated playground. Remember that?
Yeah, Centimane.
Centimane. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And
another
then
thing I had to Google.
And then he was like, "I'll send it to the shadows." Oh. Oh no.
Yeah.
And then like all the shadows were Centimane. And how did they get rid of it?
That thing. That tongue thing.
The tongue thing got it.
Yeah.
The big tongue thing.
Big tongue thing in the shadows.
And Warren had to like use a chain to fish.
Well, he did.
Out.
He was gonna, but he didn't.
Yeah.
It was like,
what was your plan here?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know.
Who needs a plan?
He's like, I'm going to work it out as things happen.
That was one of my favorite moments when she asked him that. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so many fun.
what a wife.
Fun scenes. The part that they're like having to get dressed for that one scene where they went to talk to the riverboat people or whatever. Right? Was it that? No, it was the other thing.
They were going to the Addisons.
Oh, right, the Addertons.
Addertons.
And they showed up looking all like them, and they were like, "You need to wear better clothes." So they went and bought clothes.
Yeah.
And they were not comfortable.
And her whole thing with her
The-
coats.
Yeah, she names them. Such good character development.
They started all the same, and now they have personalities.
That's right.
I love that. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention about their dynamic is I don't know if you guys read the acknowledgments in the book where he's like thanking everybody at the end. He goes, so he does it's like a page and a half of acknowledgments. In the very last paragraph, he says, "This book is dedicated to my wife, Sharon, without whose love and support I would never have finished a single novel, much less 5. It was Sharon's patience, humor, and wisdom that inspired me to conceive of the Willoughby's marriage, a union defined not by dysfunction, doubt, or resentment, but by a shared desire to bolster, dote on, and revel in the inimitable gift of a loving partner."
Aww.
Oh, so there's a bit of them in that couple.
Yeah.
There's definitely some of him and his wife in there. for
I got to
sure.
step up my greeting card game.
No pressure, guys.
I did notice, Marianne, that you put his book Senlin Ascends on your want to read on Goodreads.
What did
Wasn't
I put on
that
my
you?
want to read?
Senlin
yeah.
Ascends, which is also about first in his other series.
Yes, yeah, because when I was realizing he had the others, I have not read any of his, so I added that on there just because I really like his writing.
That one sounds really good. It's
Yeah.
a cool one. I want to read that one.
That's been on my list for a long time too.
Well, we've hit the hour mark, so let's sum it up. How has this discussion influenced your thoughts on this book?
Positively.
I'd say it's got me more into it, and I think I'd like to read the second one. What about y'all?
I think I said I liked it a lot, but didn't love it. But I think we've talked me into I might love it. I really the laughs that I'm re-experiencing and the things I'm thinking of that you guys reminded me of, like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, big fan here.
Nice. Marianne, you're reading on.
I think I want to read the next one.
Tim, you doing it? Brandy wants to read more in the future. Tiffany's planning on reading the second book. Yeah, I'd like to. I just want to, I think the heart of it is good. The central characters and the supporting cast, I think he's built a really fun world to adventure in, even if it's a little clunky at times. I think that Stacy did not love it. That's okay.
I want to watch the TV show.
Yeah, I want to watch the TV show.
Yeah.
Did I say that already? Yeah, let's make this. Let's make it happen. Let's make the
Ooh,
TV
the
show
second-
happen.
Oh, that's good to hear, Jennifer. But still loving it. That makes me happy.
Still loving it. All right. Already borrowed number 2, but just started it. I'll read the sequel at some point.
Nice.
Jeff says this book has everything: magic, ghosts, orphans, dragons, and MTV's Dan Cortez.
That's my favorite
That is
SNL skit ever.
weird. That's so funny. Because I was just thinking today randomly, for no reason, it just popped in my head. I remember that era of television, like in the late 90s, when I think it was NBC was determined to make Dan Cortez their next big thing. And they kept having short-lived sitcoms and they kept casting him in them.
Dan Cortez is.
You guys
Warren.
know the Stefan skit on SNL, right? Like that's what he's
Yeah.
called.
Yes.
Big
Yes.
fan. Oh, I love
How do we get a picture of for production? Money. So if we pool our resources
We still won't have nearly enough.
on Literarily Wasted Plus, you can watch the Hexologists. The characters were awesome. Action was confusing, so I do want to read the next one, but I really hope there's more clarity. If I read the second one, it'll be a while. I'm just interpreting how the tone of these
I like
comments. I've had the second one for a while, so this has been a good impetus to finally get it. Well, cool. Well, if you'd like to continue talking about the Hexologist and its sequels, you can join us over on Discord or in the Literarily Wasted Lounge. There's plenty more to talk about, and I'm going to have to go back and look through all the shenanigans that happened in the Discord channel for this book. We've got channels for every book of the month where all the fun discussion happens. We've got other channels. We talk about TV. We talk about pets. We talk about all the things. There's lots of channels there's a place for you over on Discord. So if you're not there, what are you doing? Get there. And we have our book poll results. Christy?
So in August, the book that you have chosen is The Wizard of London by Mercedes Lackey.
There it is. The Wizard of London. Ooh, Wizard. Yeah, some of y'all get that. So anyway, there you go. And don't forget, we've got all sorts of book club stuff going on. We've got our club hangouts happening. Our next one will be on the 15th of July, the day after Bastille Day. So don't get too crazy. And then our book discussion for the next book, which is The King in Yellow. The King in Yellow. The King in Yellow for
Not big.
it's a little book. Look at that. It's a summer shorty.
Yeah.
That'll be on July 29th. And we've got Dark Book Club, we got Short Story Club, we got Discord, we got all sorts of fun stuff. So thanks to Marianne, Dan, and Tim for joining us. Go read some Garfield minus Garfield. And we will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.